Let's be honest. There is nothing, absolutely nothing, like the feeling of handing over a check and taking the keys to a Porsche. Whether it's a Macan specifically for the school run or a 992 GT3 that you plan to track every weekend, the badge means something. It means engineering dominance. It means you've made it. But right now, in 2026, the car market is in a very strange place. We are finally seeing the dust settle from the chaotic post-pandemic years. The days of paying $20,000 over sticker for a base model are largely behind us, but the new car market is still a minefield of allocations, wait times, and instant depreciation. On the other side, you have the used market, and let me tell you, buying a used German sports car without a safety net is not brave, it's financial suicide. We are talking about machines where a headlight replacement costs more than a used Honda Civic. So, where does the smart money go? It goes to the middle ground. It goes to the gold standard. Today, I'm going to explain exactly why the Porsche Approved Certified Pre-Owned program, or CPO, is the only way you should be buying a Porsche right now. We are going to look at the math, the depreciation curves, the horror stories of repair bills, and the hidden benefits of that unlimited mile warranty that nobody talks about. If you value your bank account as much as you value your driving experience, you need to listen to this.
Let's talk numbers. The biggest cost of owning a luxury car isn't gas, it's not insurance, and it's not even maintenance. It is depreciation. In 2025 and leading into 2026, we've seen a return to normal depreciation curves, which actually makes the argument for CPO stronger than it has been in years. According to recent data from IC Cars and Kelley Blue Book, the Porsche 911 remains the absolute king of value retention, losing only about 19.5% of its value over 5 years. That is incredible. But look at the rest of the lineup. A Porsche Macan, the best-selling SUV in the segment, depreciates about 44% over 5 years. A Panamera? It drops even harder. When you buy a brand new Porsche, you are paying a premium for the privilege of being the first person to peel the plastic off the seats. That privilege costs you thousands of dollars the second you drive off the lot. With a CPO vehicle, specifically one that is 2 or 3 years old, you are buying at what we call the elbow of the depreciation curve. The first owner took the biggest hit. They paid for the showroom experience. You are stepping in after that initial steep drop has leveled off. But here's the kicker. In 2026, the price gap between a fresh used Porsche and a CPO Porsche has narrowed, while the price gap between CPO and new remains significant. You are getting 95% of the car for 70% of the price. And because the depreciation curve has flattened out, when you go to sell that car in 3 years, you will lose significantly less money than the guy who bought it new. For models like the Taycan, this is even more critical. EV depreciation has been brutal. Buying a CPO Taycan right now is arguably the best value deal in the entire automotive world. You are picking up a 6-figure electric super sedan for a fraction of its MSRP, with a battery warranty that protects you from the tech risks.
A lot of people think certified pre-owned is just a marketing term dealers use to jack up the price by $2,000. At a Toyota or Ford dealer, that might be true. At Porsche, it is a completely different religion. To get a car to qualify as Porsche approved, it has to pass a 111-point inspection. And I don't mean a mechanic walking around the car kicking the tires. This is a forensic audit of the vehicle. Let's talk about the things they check that Bob's luxury used cars down the street will definitely ignore. First, the DME report. This is crucial for sports cars like the 911 or Cayman. The technicians plug into the car's computer to check for over-revs. If the previous owner missed a downshift and sent the engine RPMs into the red zone, what we call a money shift, that data is permanently logged in the ECU. A standard used car dealer won't look for this, and they certainly won't tell you about it, but Porsche will. If a car has stage 3 or higher over revs, it cannot be CPO'd, period. It fails.
Second, the tires. This is the biggest hidden value in the CPO program. Porsche requires CPO cars to be fitted with N-rated tires. These are tires specifically engineered by manufacturers like Michelin, Pirelli, or Goodyear for Porsche. They have different sidewall stiffness and compound mixtures than the generic version of the same tire. If a car comes onto the lot with brand new tires, but they aren't N-rated, the dealer has to rip them off and put the correct ones on. If the tread depth is below 4 millimeters, replaced. If the brakes have more than 50% wear, replaced. I have seen repair orders for CPO reconditioning that total $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 just to get the car ready for sale. When you buy from a non-CPO dealer, you are liable for those costs the moment you drive away. When you buy CPO, that $8,000 investment has already been made for you.
This is the headline. This is the reason you are watching this video. The Porsche CPO limited warranty is, without exaggeration, the best in the business. Here is how it works. It gives you 2 years of coverage after the expiration of the new vehicle limited warranty. And here is the magic phrase: unlimited miles. Let that sink in. Unlimited. If you are someone who actually drives their cars, if you commute in your Macan, or you plan to take your 911 on a cross-country road trip, this is invaluable. Most third-party warranties and even other luxury manufacturer programs cap you at 100,000 miles total. With Porsche CPO, you could buy a 911 with 40,000 miles on it, drive it 50,000 miles a year for 2 years, and if the engine blows up at 140,000 miles, you are covered. $0 deductible, parts and labor, done. And if the car is already out of its factory warranty when you buy it, the CPO clock starts the day you sign the papers. 2 years, do your worst. You also have the option to purchase CPO Plus One, which adds a 3rd year of unlimited mile coverage. I always recommend this. It usually costs between $2,000 and $3,000 depending on the model, but one minor sensor failure pays for that extension. Compare this to the aftermarket warranties you get robocalls about. Those companies exist to deny claims. They will tell you that the PDK failure isn't covered because it's a wear item, or they will cap their labor rate at $100 an hour when the Porsche dealer charges $250. With a genuine Porsche CPO warranty, the dealer wants to find problems because they get paid by Porsche corporate to fix them. You are on the same team as your service advisor. Why am I harping on the warranty so much? Because modern Porsches are reliable, but when they break expensively. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, the PDK transmission. The Porsche Doppelkupplung is the best automatic transmission in the world. It shifts faster than you can blink, but it is an incredibly complex piece of machinery. In the 997, 991, and even the 992 generations, these transmissions are generally considered sealed units. If a distance sensor fails deep inside the gearbox, the official Porsche repair is often to replace the entire transmission. Do you know what a PDK replacement costs in 2026? At a dealership, you are looking at $25,000 to $30,000. Even at an independent specialist, you're looking at $15,000. If you bought that car from a standard used car lot to save $4,000 on the purchase price, and the PDK goes boom 6 months later, you are essentially writing off the car. It's not just the big stuff. Let's look at the Porsche Macan. They are notorious for transfer case issues. It's a known fault. A transfer case replacement is $3,000 to $5,000. Active engine mounts, PADM, $2,500. A single LED matrix headlight for a 992 or Cayenne, if a rock cracks it or the control module fails, that is a $4,000 unit. When you buy CPO, you're insulating yourself from these catastrophic financial events. You're turning a variable cost, potential repairs ranging from $0 to $30,000, into a fixed cost, the price of the car. For anyone who treats their finances seriously, that predictability is worth the premium.
There is another financial angle that people forget: interest rates. We all know rates spiked in 2023 and 2024. While they have softened a bit in 2026, used car loan rates from traditional banks are still high, often hovering around 8%, 9%, or even 10% for used vehicles depending on your credit. However, Porsche Financial Services, PFS, treats CPO differently. They often run special finance rates for CPO vehicles that rival new car rates. We are talking about rates that can be 2 to 4 percentage points lower than what you can get from your local credit union for a standard used car. Let's run the math on a $100,000 purchase. A 3% difference in interest rate over a 60-month term saves you nearly $9,000 in interest payments. So you might see a non-CPO 911 listed for $95,000 and a CPO 911 listed for $100,000. You think the non-CPO car is $5,000 cheaper. But once you factor in the higher interest rate of the non-CPO loan and the cost of the tires you'll likely have to replace, the CPO car is actually cheaper over the life of the loan. The sticker price is not the total cost of ownership. CPO subsidizes your cost of capital. Finally, let's talk about the day you sell the car, because unless you are burying yourself in it, you will sell it. Porsche buyers are picky. We are neurotic. We want records, we want provenance. When you go to sell your Porsche in 3 or 4 years, having the paperwork that proves you bought it as a CPO vehicle adds value. It proves that at a specific point in time, this car was perfect. It proves the mileage was verified. It proves the maintenance was up to factory standards. Furthermore, the CPO warranty is transferable in a private sale. If you sell your car 18 months after buying it, the new owner gets the remaining 6 months of that unlimited mile warranty. Do you know how much easier it is to sell an $80,000 used car privately when you can tell the buyer it still has 6 months of bumper-to-bumper Porsche warranty? It sells the car for you. You can command a premium over every other seller who is offering a car as is. Look, I understand the temptation. You're scrolling through the classifieds late at night and you see a 911 that is $8,000 cheaper than the CPO models. It looks clean in the photos. The dealer says it runs great, but you have to ask yourself, why isn't it CPO? Did it fail the inspection? Did the dealer not want to spend the money to bring the brakes up to spec? Is there a story in the ECU that you can't see? Porsche ownership is supposed to be about joy. It's about the sound of the flat six, the precision of the steering, the way the car talks to you. It is not supposed to be about anxiety. It is not supposed to be about flinching every time a warning light flickers. The CPO program is basically an insurance policy against regret. In the current market of 2026, with repair costs sky high and interest rates making the financing math tricky, CPO is the only logical path. You pay a little more up front to save a fortune down the road. That is how the wealthy stay wealthy. So if you're in the market, do yourself a favor. Filter your search by Porsche Approved. Your wallet and your peace of mind will thank you. Thanks for watching. If you're currently cross-shopping CPO models, drop a comment below and let me know what you're looking at. I'll see you in the next one.